Today, the Greater Houston LGBTQ Chamber of Commerce joined several others from around Texas for Advocacy Day at the state capitol in Austin. The advocacy group Equality Texas rates 72 bills in Austin as bad for the LGBTQ community. KH11 political reporter Adam Bennett is at the state capitol tonight. Adam, members spoke with lawmakers, we understand, from both parties.
That's right, Lynn. That includes supporters of those bills that were labeled as discriminatory by some advocacy groups. The president of the Houston Chamber told me that she's a big believer in getting to talk to people face to face. That way they can get to know each other as people instead of just members of a group or a voting bloc. Today, this comes, of course, as Governor Greg Abbott over the weekend publicly expressed support for a transgender ban in college sports. Also yesterday, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick backed that measure in his list of legislative priorities. Also on that list was banning diversity, equity, and inclusion policies at higher education. The Houston group today, they made the rounds. They were expecting to meet with about 30 to 40 different lawmakers. And their message essentially was this, that discrimination is bad for business, which is bad for all Texans.
But what happens, and we're hearing more and more, is we're reconsidering coming to Texas. I talk to people all the time that are saying, look, my company wants to move me to Texas, but I'm really concerned. Is my family going to be safe? And so those are real issues. That is completely contradictory to being a business-friendly state.
And this afternoon, Wallace said she was disappointed that both House and Senate resolutions to welcome the chambers here today to the Capitol faced opposition by lawmakers. She called that political posturing. Looking ahead later this week to Thursday, that is when Governor Abbott will give his State of the State address. That's important because that's where he'll outline his priorities for this session. We'll have to wait to see whether these issues will be included among them. Len?
Adam Bennett at the state capitol with the latest. Thank you, Adam.